Hey there, if you're feeling like you just want more connection from your partner, you just want to hear how they're feeling about you, then give me the next few minutes and I'm going to give you an exact overview of what will change your relationship. Now, what inspired me to do this was earlier today over lunch, I did a breakthrough session with a woman and she said, I just need to hear from him. Like, I know that he loves me, but I need more because without that romance, I feel like we're just roommates and I don't hear from him the words I need. And so I want to give you an exact overview of what I showed her, and it really made a difference. And I think it'll make a difference for you because this is the exact overview of what you can do to change your relationship. So I want to give you two frameworks to think about. The first one is the connection framework. Now, what this woman was really wanting was she wanted to know what was going on inside of her partner. Now, when you think about a relationship, I want to show you this quadrant, and I've showed this a bunch because it is at the heart of what I believe changes relationships. And so there's two axes on this framework. The y-axis is going to be the other person. So this woman's husband is the other person on the y-axis. And then on the x-axis is herself. So you have the self and you have the other. And how this quadrant works is that it goes from 1 to 10 in this direction. Okay? And what she described was she was very clear about what she wanted. She would be able to express that verbally. She didn't waver in that. So she had a high level of self. She knew exactly what she wanted. And what this would cause her to feel, not knowing what her husband was thinking, was she would feel forgotten. She would feel forgotten and she'd feel frustrated. And that was really because she didn't know what was going on with him. Now, when I investigated what he would be thinking, he actually would be in this quadrant right here. And he would be feeling like he was not heard. And he was really feeling like whatever he did was trying to please his wife. And so he was in this not heard and losing himself category. But neither one of them were incorporating both a sense of self and a sense of the other. So I hope that's making sense. So if you don't have either, then you're disconnected. Disconnected from what you feel, disconnected from what your partner is thinking and feeling. And maybe it's that you busy yourself with activities outside of the house and you get caught up in what's going on with the kids, but you really don't think about you or your partner. And all three of these options are not a connected exchange with you and your partner because it takes two people to have a connection. And this connection framework works when you are able to know exactly what's going on with your partner. And in couple speak, we do this a lot because we have actual tools and questions. And if you want these questions, drop me a line underneath this video and just say me, and I will send you don't even have to give me your email address. I'll send you how you can start to get in the mind of your partner. So there's a tool for that. And then there's also a tool if you're not really good at expressing yourself, because what we would know about this husband is he didn't really have a good way to express himself. And so the connected portion here, the box that's the connected, is intimacy. And as one of my clients likes to say, is into me you see. So in this space, we're able to know exactly what our partner is thinking and feeling, and we know what we're thinking and feeling, and there's a connection. Here's the coolest thing, I think, for couples, is that they can resolve issues here. Here or here or here, these three boxes, there's no resolving the issues because there's not two people having a negotiation and trying to figure out what's best for them. But in this category, there's teamwork, there's intimacy, there's resolving of issues. So that's the first framework. And if you give me 3 more minutes, I'll show you the other framework that actually is guaranteed to give you change in your relationship. Because if you buy into this framework, this connection framework, then you will be able to understand what is necessary for change. So I want to give you the change framework. And this is a Venn diagram. It's a little bit different. Here's the change. The first one is willingness, right? If you don't have willingness to try to challenge yourself, to listen more and try to ask questions of your partner. If you don't have willingness to, when it's hard to speak your truth, then no change can happen, right? So that's willingness. The second one is all about this. It's a commitment, or I like to say, and it scares some people, a conviction that we need both people represented. So the conviction or the commitment to having two perspectives. Because a lot of times when we're frustrated, we're just like, this is what I need. By the way, the breakthrough that the woman had was she started to recognize that maybe when she was saying what was really important to her, she assumed that it was important to her husband as well. I'll give you the example that she shared with me. Her son she was creating a birthday party for him, and she was like, it's so important because he's so little and it needs to be so amazing. And she assumed that's what he was thinking. And if he was thinking that, why didn't he act? Why didn't he do more? She was doing all the planning. So back to the change framework, the commitment that there needs to be two different perspectives. And then the last thing is, what are the skills, or what is the knowledge you need to have, right? You need to know how to ask questions to get inside of your partner's head. And I have so many women who say to me, like, he's just wired that way. He doesn't like to share his thoughts or feelings. He won't do it. He closes off. He changes the subject. He says something sarcastic. Well, that is because the partner isn't making it safe, isn't asking the questions, even though, believe me, I know that they feel like they've tried everything. They're not actually following these the principles that help achieve this other differentiation, right? And so you have, what are the skills? What's the knowledge of differentiation? That's what, the skills. Do you have the commitment to trying to figure out both of your perspectives? And do you have the willingness? And so I hope this is helpful, because in my program, I'm breaking down all of these things. But just as a gift of watching this video, if you comment me below the video, then I'll send you the resource on how to get inside of your partner's head. What are the ways that you can ask them questions that are really going to give you what it is that you're looking for, right? And I like to change the word need to desire, because we don't have needs to hear certain words from our partner. What we have is a desire. We have a need to drink water and to breathe and to do those things. So I hope this has been helpful. Again, if you want the resource, just drop the line me below this.